Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy RL Knuckles. Feeling a lot better today than last week. Last week was just terrible, and not only that, I was using the wrong voice recorder. Well, I was using my old phone that I don't really use anymore because I use that for, excuse me, like extra music or videos. But I don't think it was necessarily the phone. It was the headphones that I was using because right now I'm using my current phone I'm using right now. I put the headphones in. I recorded with that just to test it out, and it didn't sound right. So I recorded with no headphones, played it, and the quality is a lot better. So it was definitely the headphones that I was using. So I'll have to buy some new ones, but headphones are really expensive, and I try not to buy the most expensive headphones, but when it comes to recording, I might have to do that in the future. So today's audio recording is a bit different. Today's Tuesday. Final Reckoning comes on later tonight, but excuse me. Well, I'm feeling 85% better, so I'm sorry about the cough. So I mean, better than how I was last week. Last week I was just coughing all over the place. But this video's audio recording is different because if you follow the Challenge MTV on Twitter, Twitter, on Instagram, maybe they're sharing this stuff. Maybe they were sharing this stuff on Twitter too. But if you're following this stuff on Instagram, especially Derek, OG Derek, he was saying, how did you feel about a challenge where, the OGs come back against the new school? Now, I don't know what sparked this thing, but I would be totally down for this. So my initial reaction was, who would you be considered an OG? But before I get into that, it wasn't just Derek talking about it. We did see a bunch of old school veterans. We saw Susie, we saw Tori, we saw, where is she? I know I wrote her name on here. We saw Tina. We saw a lot of these old girls that people thought that they were done. That they were interested in about, come back. I guess it depends on the opportunities that come for them, but we saw Coral there, we saw Mark there. It would be nice to see Landon. So I think it will be really, really interesting, and you can kind of make the argument that they kind of had something like that when they had the Ruins. I was back in '09 when they had guys that won a challenge against people that haven't won a challenge. I thought that was just, a mismatch right there. Then you have Invasion of Champions, which was pretty cool, but the eliminations, I didn't like how champs were eliminating champs and underdogs were eliminating underdogs or whatever. So like that, it's like, how are they supposed to be better than the other team when they're eliminating each other? So that made no sense. So if they were to do it like this, then you would have to say it has to be an OG versus a new school guy in elimination. So I was, like I said before, I was thinking who would be considered an OG and a new school. There were a couple people that I have my question on. Now I'm like, I don't know. But for the OG guys, I made a list. Now some of this is out of order. Some of this is more guys and girls. Like, it's just the people who I think who they might call. I mean, you would never have to see Bananas in there because he's one of the stars of the challenge, whether you like it or not. But I have Johnny, Derek, CT, Darrell, Evan. We haven't seen him since the first Rivals. He's gained some weight, but maybe he lost some ever since, and who knows. Landon, the last time we saw him was Fresh Meat 2. He won that one. Mark, it's been a while since we've seen Mark. Last time I saw Mark was Battle of the Exes with him and Robin. Haven't seen him in a while. Zach, I had a question mark because he started in 2012 with Battle of the Season and he's won a challenge. But I just don't know that would he be considered new school or old school. Same thing with Jordan. He's won 2 challenges. Last time we saw him, he won. Well, he was on Vendettas, but he was as a mercenary. But he won Dirty 30. He started in 2013 of Battle of the. No, wait, no. Yeah, 2013 of Rivals 2. So I don't know how that would be if he would be considered an OG. We have Cyrus, haven't seen him since the Ruins. Nehemiah, haven't seen him since Rivals 1. Brad is currently on Final Reckoning, making a comeback. Shane, he's been a while. He's been there for quite some time. Abram, we haven't seen him since Battle of the Bloodlines. He's an OG. Tyler, Johnny's used to be rival. They won Rivals 1 together, and Tyler's a good competitor. It'll be great to see him come back. I have Frank, which I guess he'd be considered an OG, I guess, because he won with Zach on Battle of the Bloodlines, but I'm not Bloodlines of the seasons. But he didn't have a really good performance in Vendettas when he was a mercenary. He didn't do all that great. So maybe he might want to redeem himself. And then we have Wes. I want to see Wes make a comeback and not on these these star chance for the stars thing, an actual challenge. Now for the OG girls, I have I gotta put this one girl down. She's gonna be in the last one. I have Coral. It's been a while since we've seen her. She was actually on the Instagram story of the Challenge MTV. So it'll be good to see her. Tanya, we haven't seen her in a long time. I can't remember since last time what season was the last time I saw Tanya. I think it was I think it was the Ruins. I think that was the last time we saw her. Tina. Last time we saw Tina, she was on Cutthroat with CTA battling one of the girls. I forgot her name, but that's the last time we saw Tina. But the last time she was actually on a challenge, I think it was the duel when she punched. Was it Beth? I think her name was Beth. Yeah. Paula, very good competitor. She always had a history of like getting screwed over, but she eventually did win 2 challenges. Jody, she won the first duel. She was a beast. I think the duel was one of my favorite challenges because it was the first time when they had like no teams and everyone's for themselves. Veronica obviously would be there. Cara, she started in 2010 on Fresh Meat too, so I believe she'll be an OG. Laurel started the same time as Cara too. She'll be an OG too. Susie, I don't know if I said this before. I'm pretty sure I said it before, but I'm going to say it again. I believe Susie is the best female competitor in a challenge. The main reason I say it is because she has never lost an elimination. Like, that is saying something. She's won a few challenges. So, the last time we saw her was The Ruins. And I think she currently does a podcast with Sarah. Sarah's also another OG I put on there. Tori, Brad's ex-wife, she was on the Instagram story too. Evelyn will be an OG. I think it'll be good to see her come back. Johanna, you haven't seen her in a while. Last time I saw her, I believe it was The Ruins. We haven't seen her about Wes's ex from a long time ago. Camilla, she started in Cutthroat, but I have a question mark on her because, it was a spring break challenge, but I have a question mark on her because ever since her actions from Dirty 30 and after what happened at Chance vs. Stars, I was saying that we probably will never see Camilla back on a challenge or just not see her for a very long time because she has to get her act together. And, like I said, I lost respect of what happened. I lost respect for her after what happened with her and Leroy back in Dirty 30, so I just thought that was a mess situation. Rachel, Veronica, and Anissa's acts, you could say, because she had a thing going on with both of them. She's won Duel too, but she was on. I've got to say this. She was on Battle of the Exes when her and Anissa were teammates, and that was the first time I believe I saw is that they had guy against a girl. Like how on Final Reckoning you have teams that are girl, guy, or guy. Like it's kind of like that, but in this one, it's just it's a mixture of every guy, girl, or girl, guy. They were the only girl team in the whole entire season. Anissa would be on there, obviously. I didn't write her name now, but I don't know why I didn't write her name down, but I know she would. Jemmy, I think she would be an old school person, and then you have Emily, who is a beast, made it to a final in each one of her challenges. So that's a pretty stacked list, and that for the new school. Obviously, what's funny is that when I saw Cyrus with his Instagram story, he tagged Nelson, Hunter, and Corey. I think it's funny because in Dirty 30, Corey was leading Nelson and Hunter to take out the top dogs in Dirty 30. So I think they're going to be tied all over the place because they said that, hey, man, they want the tough guys. So obviously, I think they're going to get most of the attention. So you have you have those four guys. You have Devin will be on there, Tony, Dario, Derrick Henry, Joss, because this is on the second challenge. Kyle, same thing, he's on the second challenge too. Paulie is currently on Final Reckoning. Jose, Jose, who's really not all that great, and Chuck that's currently on Final Reckoning as well. Now, there's really not many guys, but you have to think about what's the current hottest reality show going on right now, because now the challenge is now I'm happy for these people getting on these challenges from Big Brother, all these different types of shows, but it's god dang, man, when I was watching this show, it was just basically the Real World and Road Rules. Then I think it was Battle of the Exes 2 was when they started bringing Are You the One people on there. So, I think they just had it. I think for MTC, they had this, expanding because I feel as though a lot of people from the real world just weren't going on that show. So they had to expand it one way or the other. So I can see why they did it. But for me, it's god dang, man, I guess I'm too much of an old school. But in the end, I'm so hyped for these people to get on this show. Now, for the girls, I have Jenna. She'll be a new school, obviously. Nia. Last time we saw her was on Battle of the Exes 2. She was a good competitor next to Leroy. I'd like to see her come back again. We have Amanda, obviously. Ashley will be there. Kayla. Not Brad Sawyer, but currently Jordan's Tori right now. Killer Cams. I say Killer Cams. I say Killer Cams Cam because it's only right. Marie. I have a question mark on her because she's starting to battle the seasons, but currently she's best friends with Kayla and Cam. So I don't think she would be part of New School, but that would be that's her crew right there though. So I just don't know if she would technically be a New School. I think she would be. I guess maybe her resume wouldn't really say OG in a way. So you would have Nicole, who's a beast. Last time we saw her was on Vendettas. Things did not work well for her in the final. Sylvia, Brittany, Natalie, Melissa, Kaylee, Faith, and Angela. And like I said before, it'll be the other people will be what's the current hottest reality show going on right now. So I truly believe that GOG would win. And now, of course, I am kind of being a little bit of a bias because I started watching the challenge back in 2004. So I'm going to have, they're back. But, I mean, I just don't know how this new school and stack up this old school. I mean, guys arguing, they might not be performing very well. For guys, you can make that argument, but for the girls, I don't know, man. These new girls, I just don't see them hanging with the OGs. I don't. I really, really don't. I mean, to be honest, they can prove me wrong because anything can happen in these challenges, but come on, Susie, Carl, Laurel, Coral, Tanya, Tina, Paula, Emily, why did I say Tanya? Because Tanya hasn't really been all that great. I'm sorry. I just don't see. I just don't see how they can stack up to these girls. Guys, maybe they have a chance, but for the girls, I don't see them having a chance. Now, how would they do eliminations? How would the system would be out? How will the system play out? But this is a bunch of bragging rights, man. And if the OGs were to lose this, they would be put to shame, man. They would never live it down. You want to talk about pressure? This season would be the most pressure these OGs will ever have to face, because if you were to lose to the new school, then your legacy is almost like trash. It's gotta pass the torch. So a lot bragging rights. It's bragging rights, man. So I would like to see it. I don't know if it would happen because you would have, like, you had to get a lot of these people out of retirement, and maybe a lot of these people are enjoying their lives not doing the challenge right now. But you never know. I mean, I think it comes down to what Twitter and what the world wants is saying. I mean, I would love this to happen because now I don't know if it's if you know a new school person is talking smack about the old school. You know what? You know what's crazy? I honestly think that right now in Final Reckoning, there might be. I think the winner of this might be somebody in the new school right now, and maybe that new school was talking smack or whatever, and maybe ignite this whole old school versus new school. Who knows? But that I just have a hunch. Maybe the winner of this might start something off for the next challenge with this OG versus new school. I mean, I know normally they would start filming. They would start filming towards the end of the current challenge that's going on right now. So if they were to do this, they would have to like get these people going ASAP. And now, granted, we don't know how long Final Reckoning is going to be. I think 33 was had to be the longest season because they had like 19 episodes, and maybe this might have 19 episodes. Who knows? But if it were to happen, it would have to happen sometime in beginning of 2019 if this were to actually go down. But I would love this to happen because, like I said, it's all about the bragging rights. I don't like how sometimes this new school just thinks that, you know, this old school people are dead. They still got them, man. They paved the way for you guys. So who knows? But I think Derek is going to talk about this on his podcast. And shout out to Derek, man. I'm so glad he's doing a challenge podcast because now I don't think challenge podcasts haven't been done before. I mean, maybe they had. Well, no, Susie and Sarah. I'm mistaken. But Susie, Sarah, and Derek, you know, they've gotten a challenge podcast thing going on. And shout out to those guys because, you know, without those guys, I don't think I'd be doing this stuff right now too. So I think I'm just gonna get better as years go on. So let me know what you guys think if there's gonna be an old school versus new school. Who would you think is gonna be on the old school? Who do you think is gonna be on the new school? How do you think the scene will play out? Do you think that maybe the winner of this might ignite this next challenge? But I mean, just let me know in the comment section below. I mean, I'll do another all-day recording tonight after Final Reckoning. So yeah, I mean, I hope it goes down. I think, like I said, Derek is going to talk about this through his podcast, so I definitely will listen to that when I get the chance. So I think he does a episode after every challenge episode or before a challenge episode. So we'll have to see. So until then, it's Baro Knuckles signing off, and I will be posting up my Ant-Man and the Wasp spoiler article review up pretty soon. Definitely get it done before tonight. I'm just making some I'm just making some corrections towards the article because I don't want any, you know, spelling grammar mistakes to be on it. So like I said, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this old school versus new school. And it's Baro Knuckles signing off. Take care, everybody.